What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda Kimiko, and today we're gonna go over my top 10 favorite running accessories and things that I use on a daily basis that help me achieve incredible goals and get me to finish lines, training, etc. So we're gonna go over some trail stuff and some road stuff along the way. Now let's get into my first favorite running accessory. The first thing that we are going to talk about are the sunglasses that I wear. I get asked about my sunglasses on a daily basis. I feel like they're like a very signature look of mine. I love the cyborg look. I love a mono lens, is what they're called, from Oakley. But every single pair of sunglasses that I wear for running are Oakley. So definitely an Oakley girl through and through. I actually started wearing Oakleys back in high school when they came out with the M frame for baseball. So I played boys baseball, we wore fancy sunglasses, and that was my first pair of Oakleys, and I feel like I've been hooked ever since. I just feel like they're incredibly durable. They fit my face super well, and I just feel like the Oakley look is something that I prefer. So all three pairs of these Oakleys are the Oakley Sutro fit. We have everything from the Oakley Sutro Light low bridge fit to the just Oakley Sutros. These can be used for cycling or for running. These are actually the glasses that I raced in for my 50K that I won. So these are special and maybe lucky glasses as well. But I actually really enjoy the low bridge fit. This, fun fact, used to be called the Asian fit, which is hilarious, but back in the day, they made specific glasses for people who have smaller noses, and in general, Asian people have lower bridges or no bridge, so they made specific glasses for that, so they called it the Asian fit. It is now called the low bridge fit, and that is actually what fits my face the best. I feel like I have a small head, I've got a small nose, and these just fit so perfectly. I love this blue lens as well. I've gone through a couple pairs of these. I actually lost a pair of these while racing Ironman World Championships, but I love the Oakley Sutro Light Low Bridge fit. This is incredible. Then we have essentially the same exact pair of glasses in the swoop in this tactical color. This is actually from Oakley Standard Issue, which is their military division. And then of course we have the mirrored prism lens in the white frame for the regular Sutros. My next most requested thing to talk about on Instagram or on YouTube are my shorts. And I would say my shorts are very specific to my likes, my desires, what I need and what I like in a short. This is not going to be the short that everyone necessarily likes or enjoys for themselves, so make sure to keep into account that this is just what I like. So I actually just buy the CRZ dolphin shorts from Amazon. I have them in a bunch of colors. These are what I wore for Leadville. This is what I wore for my 50K. These are a black pair, but I really like these because they're super lightweight. So I just really like a short that feels essentially like I'm almost wearing like nothing. So even though those types of shorts oftentimes offer a little bit more compression, they have more pockets, a little bit more like bells and whistles, I just prefer something that's really comfortable and that feels really flowy on my body. Once again, I wore these when I raced Leadville. This is actually my finish short, but I really like that this dolphin short has a split on the side. So you're really honestly gonna have some exposure there. If you're not comfortable with that, once again, you might not like that, but really flowy. And then inside you actually have a mesh liner. So sometimes liner shorts come with like a short liner or a compression layer. These are very much like a lightweight underwear, very like granny panty-esque, but this is actually what's underneath the short that makes it really comfortable and makes it feel like you have a little bit more coverage while still having that split short, really light and airy short. So there's no tie in the waistband. They used to actually come with a tie. There's none of that. There's no pockets, there's no key pocket, there's nothing. They're super basic, but that's honestly what I really like about them. They're just comfortable. They sit on my body really well, and yeah, these are the shorts that I run in 99.9% of the time, the CRZ Dolphin shorts, and they're $28. So if you're looking for an affordable pair of shorts, if you run in the mountains a lot like I do, having an affordable pair of shorts I feel like really does go a long way for me. Don't feel really like nervous about getting these ripped or dirty or anything like that. So these are my shorts. My third favorite that we're going to talk about are the socks that I race in and that I run in. I have been racing and training in the CEP compression socks. I really like this mid crew length. I feel like this is really trendy, but also really actually does add additional compression on my ankles. I raced my 50K in these. I raced Leadville in these. I lift in these. I have these in a ton of colors. But what I really like about these compression socks specifically is that they come in women's sizes. And if you have smaller feet like I do, I'm a women's 6.5 in running shoes, they come small enough to actually fit my feet, which is pretty unique. It's hard to find socks that actually fit my feet. It's a unique problem to have, but it is a problem and it causes major issues if I don't find socks that fit. So these actually really do fit. They fit snugly on the foot, which helps with blister prevention, and in general I just feel like these are super high quality socks. They're super durable, they last a long time, they have come in a ton of colors, and I do feel like having the additional compression on the ankle helps with inflammation, helps with performance overall, and then also the additional padding that is on the ankle all the way actually back to about here. There's additional padding, so it really does protect your Achilles from additional pressure from a shoe or from anything else that you might encounter on the trail. So we've got padding in the toe, we've got padding in the heel, padding in the ankle, and then compression all around. Love these socks. I've been wearing these for probably about a year now and absolutely love these CEP compression socks. Sorry guys, we had the sun go down, so if you notice there's a lighting change, we just added an additional light here. So hopefully that's not too distracting for you guys. But my next favorite is Alpine Armor Blister Prevention Tape. So there's only 2 companies that are on this list that I'm actually affiliated with, and Alpine Armor is actually my own brand. We created this blister tape when I was going through chemo and I was running and racing at the time, and I developed the craziest blisters ever, and I tried everything, like literally everything from powders to ointments to different socks, and we spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars trying to find a solution for me. And when nothing else worked, we actually just created a blister prevention tape, and thus Alpine Armor was born. So Alpine Armor has been around for a couple of years now, and it has really honestly helped me so much in racing, in things like Spartan races where I'm dealing with wet conditions, muddy conditions, and honestly, when you apply this properly, it can last multiple days, and it's really effective. Love Alpine Armor, obviously a little bit biased, but if you saw my race video, you saw that I actually taped every single individual toe, so all the way around the toe itself, because I knew that I was going through the water crossing around Hope Pass. I knew that my feet were going to be obviously going through 100 miles of wear and tear, but also in addition to that being wet, I knew that I needed to protect my toes ahead of time. So I pre-taped my toes that way, and it's something that I honestly do for each individual race depending on the distance. So Alpine Armor Blister Prevention Tape, definitely a lifesaver for me. And if you deal with blisters, whether it's in hiking boots or even like military boots, definitely try something like a blister prevention tape, and I really do think that it's going to be effective for you. Next, we are going to talk about watches. So I have been racing in Garmin for as long as I have been racing. Honestly, I am a Garmin girl through and through. I feel like Garmin is so predictable. It's something that I actually utilize across the board for other technologies as well. I have a Garmin InReach, which is actually a satellite emergency communication device that I utilize in the mountains for mountaineering, trail running, or hiking. It's something that I take along for anything mountain related. And then in addition to that, I also use the Garmin bike computer that actually goes on your computer for racing Ironmans or cycling races. So all in all, I just love Garmin. I feel like they're really predictable. Their interface is very user-friendly, and something that I really like about Garmin as well is that you can utilize their app to program your workouts ahead of time. So for example, if you have a speed workout, you can actually program those workouts before you actually go out and hit the track or hit a road session or a trail session. You can have them pre-programmed. That way, when you start your workout, you start your run, you have no questions about what the actual workout is. It just prompts you to do what is next. So it kind of takes the brain power out of everything that you're doing as far as workouts go, and I just love Garmin. I feel like they're awesome. My first ever Garmin watch was actually the Garmin Fenix 6, and this is her. She went through all of my cancer journey with me, all of my hiking. She went through, all of my mountaineering, so 30 plus technical mountains, Ironmans, everything. I just feel like this watch has so many memories, which is why I've kept her. And I feel like this is just such a special watch to me. And the Fenix 6 Pro really does do the job. If you're looking for a little bit lower priced watch that still has all of the bells and whistles that you're looking for, you can still find the 6 on things like Amazon or even on like Best Buy. It is an older model, but honestly, I think that it has everything that you need. I don't think that you would necessarily need to get the new one, but I really, really love the Phoenix series in general. Before Leadville, I actually did upgrade to the Phoenix 7 Pro. So the major difference that I've found from the Phoenix 7 is that there's a touchscreen function that I actually turn off. One thing that I really like about the Phoenix 6 is that there is no touchscreen, so I don't have to worry about ever like bumping it or setting things off. So I actually just turn that function completely off because I'm totally okay with just utilizing the buttons on it. The other thing that this has that the 6 does not have, which I actually utilize way more than I ever could imagine, is the light. So if you double tap this top button, there's actually a light that shines. So I utilize this like honestly like throughout my mornings. If I'm getting up before Tyler and I'm looking around when the house is still dark, I utilize it on trail. If I need additional light source in my car before actually hitting the trails as an additional light source, I do use it more often than I thought I ever would. I use it every day. So it is something that I actually do enjoy that the 7 has. I do also feel like in general, the 7 has a lot more battery life running on GPS. Without GPS, the 7 actually has 5 additional days of battery life. So if you're looking for a little bit more battery life and that's going to be something that sells you, definitely upgrading to the Phoenix 7, or even they actually just came out with the Phoenix 8 could be a great option for you as well. But this actually did run all the way through Leadville 100, so incredible battery life. I didn't have to charge it at any of the stops. Obviously, if I was racing something like a 200, I might look into another model that has a longer battery life, but this baby definitely got the job done, did what she needed to do all the way through Leadville 100. And once again, I just feel like the Garmin watches are so reliable and so easy to use, and I definitely recommend the Garmin Phoenix series. So we cannot talk about running without talking about nutrition, and this is the only other company that I'm actually affiliated with. You guys know I'm a BPN athlete, but truly and honestly, I love their endurance products, specifically electrolytes and gels. These are things that I use every single day. Electrolytes is my most used supplement. I utilize it all throughout the day, before, after, and during my runs. I feel like electrolytes are such a key component to overall performance. So if you're feeling like you're lacking energy throughout your day, you're lacking oomph in your workouts, oftentimes it could be because you are dehydrated and or actually lacking sodium replenishment in your body. So adding electrolytes is something that can really, really help for overall performance. My favorite flavor is lemon lime. I feel like it's just so predictable and it's something that I never get tired of. It's not too sweet. It's like the perfect amount of sweet and like tart. The electrolyte breakdown of the BPN electrolytes are 500 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 25 milligrams of magnesium. So if you've ever had a level-in test or a sweat test done, those are the electrolytes that BPN helps to replenish. Electrolytes also come in go packs, but this is my preferred method if I'm at home and I'm not traveling, just to have a tub. That way I can easily scoop into my water, into my little hand bottles, into my bladders for trails. Absolutely love BPN electrolytes. If you watched my race video, you saw how many gels that I had at Leadville 100, which was close to 35. I didn't consume every single gel that was like poured into my individual bottles, but I think that I hold the record for the number of gels consumed, or the number of BPN gels specifically consumed in one singular day. Yeah, just so many gels. But after utilizing BPN gels for 8 months leading up to my race, during my race, during multiple races, I can 100% tell you that BPN gels are elite. They are far superior to any other gel that I've used. They work so well with me and my body, and I feel like they give me the energy that I need throughout my races to keep going and to keep pushing. And they're so easy to take down. If you've ever had a gel and you felt immediately like you're going to vomit and or you need to take water to take the gel down, you need to try BPN gel, because for one, I can take these without water. I don't have to choke them down. They're just so easy to take down during a race, and I just feel like BPN gels are elite. They actually just came out with a caffeinated gel, so 75 milligrams per gel in the new mixed berry caffeinated gel. So if you're interested in trying a caffeinated gel in addition to your regular gels, definitely give this one a shot. And once again, if you purchase anything from BPN and you support me and my channel and this channel, please make sure to use the code Amanda at checkout. It really does help me out, and I appreciate you guys so much for doing that. So next we are going to talk about trail specific items. So I have 3 trail specific items that are my favorites and that I utilize all throughout Leadville training, but then also will continue to use moving into next races, next projects. So let's pop into the trail favorite. The first trail favorite is incredibly dirty and disgusting, which has shown how much love has been poured into these shoes. But these are the Nike Zagama 2s. I actually have another colorway that I will show you so you can actually see what the shoe looks like. But these Zagama 2s are such a huge upgrade from the original Zagamas. Brighton. The Nike Zagama 2s, in my opinion, are such a massive upgrade to the Nike Zagama 1s. I feel like they are significantly more stable. I feel like the cushion is more balanced, and they actually added the Vibram sole on the bottom of the shoe to help improve the grip so you can actually run on technical trails and not feel like you're slipping all over the place. These have seen some love already, obviously. I did race a portion of Leadville 100 in these, so they definitely have gone through it with me, and I just feel like in general this shoe has been a key factor in my overall performance at Leadville, but then also the training leading up. I tried so many different shoes trying to find my favorite trail shoe, and this 100% was the shoe that I knew that I was going to race Leadville 100 in. I love the gaiter that you have around the ankle. This helps to keep rocks and dust out of the shoe. It really does help, even though it's like pretty minimal. I really do feel like it overall helped to kind of keep my feet clean in both races that I race in all throughout training. Don't feel like I get major rocks in them. Also, I really feel like they improved the back heel portion of the shoe. It's way less clunky, it's more nimble. In general, this is an incredible shoe. If you're looking for a trail shoe, definitely recommend the Nike Zagama 2s. The next trail favorite that I have is the hydration vest that I wore all throughout training, but then also raced Leadville 100 in. You guys actually saw me race in the sage color of this exact race vest, but they are exactly the same. This is the Ultraspire Bronco race vest. This vest was created in collaboration with Jeff Browning, who is an absolute icon of an ultra runner. He's also the new FKT holder for the Colorado Trail. He is actually someone who likes a short vest, so actually this was created by a male, but it fits my torso so perfectly, and I found that every other vest that I've tried really does like almost hit my pant line. And the first vest that doesn't feel like it's too long, too big, and rubbing on places that it doesn't need to rub on. And specifically, something that I love about Ultraspire is their mesh. So the mesh in this vest I feel like is perfect for summer, for spring, for hotter races. It's not super thick like other brands. We have really like an actually like super lightweight ventilated mesh, which I just feel like is so stellar. It really is the first vest that I've been able to wear comfortably without having a shirt on, so I can just wear a sports bra and not have like excessive chafing that I feel like a lot of other vests do. I really do love this Ultraspire vest. I feel like a lot of attention to detail has been put into this vest. These side pockets that are actually on the side of the vest hold a ton of stuff, but then you also have these two easy access front pockets, as well as a 1 liter reservoir in the back for a 1 liter bladder that also extends out. So if you guys saw me leaving Hope Pass, you saw the back of my vest was absolutely packed full of things, and the mesh allowed me to be able to pack that. So love this Ultraspire vest. You also have a very secure storage pocket in the back that you can put things like keys or wallets or things that you are really concerned about falling out in the back. They're really snug and secure in there. So love the Ultraspire Bronco race vest. My last trail favorite are going to be Lecky Ultra Trail FX1s. These are not the super light versions, so these are recommended for training and utilizing on all terrain. If I was just to buy one pair, I would definitely recommend buying the FX1s because they're going to be more durable and last you a little bit longer, and they have a lower likelihood of breaking while you're actually training. So if you're not like super serious about, you know, speed and having the lightest possible poles, definitely the FX1s are going to be your best option. And now we're going to move on to my road specific favorites, and the first favorite that I have are the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4s. Before we get too deep into shoes, this is my reminder that every runner's foot, their anatomy, their gait is going to be very specific to that individual. So what works for me might not work for you, but these are the shoes that I really enjoy. So if you've never bought running shoes before, I would definitely encourage you to go to a running store and get properly fitted and have a gait analysis done on your running form and your gait to figure out what shoes work for you the best. So that would be my recommendation across the board for you to find your perfect running shoe, but these are the shoes that work best for me. So I actually first fell in love with the Saucony Endorphin Speed 2s. Those are by far my favorite running shoe of all time. They're just really hard to come by now. I have bought like 4 pairs at a time because those shoes are honestly just the best. But I did not like the Saucony Endorphin Speed 3s. I feel like they gave me shin splints, which is kind of odd. But I've actually talked to a couple other individuals who had the same problem, which is strange. But with the 4s, I've had no issues. I really do like them. The only thing that I will say is that they are quite narrow narrow in the top portion of the foot. So if you're someone who has a wide toe box, you're someone who needs a wide toe box, these shoes might not be for you. But I love this model. I love the way they feel on the foot. They feel very firm and stable, yet springy. I really do feel like the speed roll technology does help to propel you forward in your runs and does help with overall fatigue if you're looking for something for a longer run, but also these can be definitely utilized for something like a speed session. Maybe not for like a marathon race shoe, but definitely a great trainer overall. And I do love the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4s for anything from like 4 miles to 12 miles, more easy, even like tempo speed. I feel like these are the perfect shoe, and I've been wearing these a ton post Leadville 100 for all of my road training. My last official favorite in this video are going to be the New Balance Fuel Cell Super Comps. These are version 2. They just came out with version 3. I've actually not tried those yet, but I really do like the version 2 of these shoes. These actually do have a carbon plate, so if you're someone who is sensitive to a carbon plate for a trainer, you probably won't want to use these for like an everyday runner, but I do actually love these maybe once a week for my faster sessions or even for easy runs for just quicker turnover. But I do feel like these are a very multifunctional shoe. They actually do have quite a wide toe box as well as a wide platform that you actually land on. So in general, I feel like the stability of the shoe is really, really stellar, but you're actually going to get a lot of energy return from the shoe because there is a plate in there. I do feel like these fit me a little bit big. Generally, I'm a 6.5 in all shoes all around, but I also don't know if I would size down to a 6, so maybe I'm like in that weird size where maybe I wish I had quarter sizes, but I really do love the shoe. I feel like overall it is a stellar shoe if you're looking for maybe like a marathon shoe or a half marathon shoe. New Balance Fuel Cell Super Comp version 2, the name is way too long, but stellar shoes if you're looking for an all-around incredible shoe, kind of speedy, kind of cushiony. Great shoe. And last but not least, this is an honorable mention, are Shox headphones. I always get asked what open-ear headphones I use, and I do really, really like the Shox headphones that go over your ears. I feel like it does really help me feel more safe, being able to hear my surroundings when I'm out running. I don't wear any sort of headphones on trail generally, but if I do, they are Shox, and I do really like an open-ear concept for all of my road running. So if you're someone who is concerned about overall awareness while running, which I think everyone should be, Shox headphones are definitely my go-to for an open-ear headphone. That is gonna wrap up my top 10 running favorites. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you missed my last week's video, I actually traveled to Kauai, and that was an entire vlog of my trip to Kauai and the recommendations that I have for you if you ever visit the island. So go back and watch that if you missed it, and make sure to stay tuned for the next few videos because something juicy is going to be announced very, very soon. So until next time, stay unbreakable.